Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, and I'm back for a little Anime Monday, reacting to anime on Monday, continuing Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Today I'm going to watch episode 26, The Height of Magic. Now, will this be the height of action for the season here? That is almost at an end, third last episode. Today I'm going to watch, we are smack into the middle of the, or maybe toward the end, I guess, of the dungeon crawler arc here, the stage 2 of the first class mage exam. Certainly we're gonna, I think, see the whole team led by Duncan and everyone, Maui and Kana, all these characters we've met in the exam arc here, fighting off their own replicas outside the door while Frieren and Fern are taking care of the big boss, the Frieren clone replica, inside the room where they all have to get to pass the test. So yeah, and it was kind of a cliffhanger, I guess, or it just ended, cut out right when Fern was delivering what should be the killing strike to the Frieren clone, the Zoltrak. Although I don't know if that's going to be the case, since I think if that was going to work, they probably would have ended the episode on that, and there's got to be some other type of twist or something, I think, but we'll see. But yeah, interested to see how that wraps up and to see the other mages fighting outside the door. Are they going to team up against other people's clones? I think that would be a good idea. Also, not all the characters are together still. There's Warble's team is off doing their own thing. Four Eyes and Ubel, I think, are still doing their own thing. But yeah, everyone else seemed to meet up that is still alive in the dungeon, or I guess no one died this time. They have the golems to spirit them away, but when they're about to get killed. But yeah, interested to see what's going to happen here. I'm going to get right into it. But also the other thing to mention is a lot of the last episode was spent on a flashback with Frieren going to see Ciri after the death of Ciri's apprentice / Frieren's master, the still famous or infamous Flamme, who we learned more about last time, that she really did revolutionize magic for humans, and she wanted to take things even further and like make it available to everyone. Really, that was in her will that Frieren delivered to Ciri, which the latter ripped up. But then she took her on like a little walk and was discussing things. So basically saying that elves or whoever else that was in charge at the time, this was like 1,000 years ago, right? But they're going to be surpassed by humans eventually, human mages, and humans will kind of get the power, which Frieren didn't seem to mind. She was like excited that there'll be more mages in the future. Obviously Ciri seems to have a different view on things. I do think Ciri is probably going to be instrumental in the final, maybe not this episode, but for the very end of the season that's coming up. I think, she's been introduced in the last few, getting a little more screen time, flashbacks, things like that. So I'm still guessing, yeah, that the third stage of the exam, if we even see that this season or not, which it seems like we're running out of time to do that, but I think she'll be proctoring it. And yeah, I'd like to see her and Frieren meet up again. Even though in the flashback Frieren said they probably won't meet again, I don't think that's going to be the case at this point. But yeah, time to go on in and see what the height of magic is. Let's do it. Alright, we're opening on Ciri, it looks like. Ah yes, this was seen last time. The Demon King, or a human mage. And that led into the human mage, Fern, delivering the blow, but let's see if it does kill. Not Frieren herself, but the clone. So Zoltrak. Now Frieren was saying maybe the clone wouldn't know how to adapt to it. It's a newer thing in the world. But presumably Frieren herself knows how to adapt to it, so I think the clone probably can too here. Made her own kind of golem thing there. Blocked it.
想定の範囲先は重線だ。
So they really just got a 2v1er, I guess. Lowen and Kana clones.
メトーデの観測器を引っ張
Oh
る
yeah,
な。
last time she, whichever one she is, I think. Lowen
メトーデが敵の正確な
knew about this dungeon because of her brother going on a team
複製体がここに
to discover what's going on there.
測るぞ。自分にとって似ても苦手な相手だ。
Right, so they are splitting things up.
連携できることがわしらの
Because the clones don't communicate, I think?
戦う相手をちらは幾分か有利に一人で勝てんが対処しろ。
Victor replicas looking tough.
面白いほど楽に戦える。なら複製体たちを抑えられる。じゃあ作戦点が一つ体の総数がよりもわずかに少ないです。複製体の
Right.
確かにだったらフェルンを守りきれないし二人とも死ぬかも。
Oh yeah, Frieren.
精度の高い近距離
こんな懸念もいらなかった。
理不尽なほどの逆境でも覆す。この程度は逆境ですらな。背中を守るだけで合格できる優しい。
So peaceful. Ooh.
だ。でもいい気分じゃん。
No. Uh-oh, are they gonna have to kill him out? They're dead. That sense.
魔力探知を怠ったお前はお前もビンをあれ。いやがわからないほどガキじゃないだろ。
Come on, Dankin. No, you did not. Well, they're done for anyway.
だがわしは同じだっただろう。向けているというのにまるですらにせよ。時間稼ぎ。
Ah.
お使いの電源だとしてあれと戦うつもり？
今フリーレンが。
説明はいい。
そうだ。
なら私が倒すよ。
るんだ。この中ではビアベルにも勝てなかっただろう。
そういうことじゃないんだよ。確かに私はミンやビアベル
But what's the secret?
相手なら勝てると思うよ。得意魔法は
No, she copies spells.
切る魔法。レイル切れると思ったもん。
防御魔法で簡単に防げ。
防御魔法って魔法を防ぐためあんまりないんだよね。
そう現在には通用しない。加速できるだけでも防御魔法られている。
だからそんな理屈は
Just let it
イ
try.
メージの話なんだか
Catching feelings, land,
ら。
forehead.
やっぱってのは体の一部だからね。レイル剤の相手はユーベルか。
As expected, huh?
すでに分かっている。戦いにすらならない。使い選抜試験だ。
Oh, she killed a proctor or something.
一級魔法使い。一級魔法使いになってくるほどの守りに特化した該当。彼が魔法で作り出すも通さないほどの防御術。第二次試験の内容はウルグに受験者が攻撃も単純なものだった。殺害行為を指し、他の受験
That's why she didn't get to second. That's the rule against killing.
心配などしていなかった。それを3級魔法使い
They're not having much of a reaction over there.
あっさりと殺してしまったって話だよね。分かってるから。つだけ質問がある。人をどうやって打ち破ってそれがどうした？家がともそういうのは魔法師も不器用だからそう。姉貴がよくさ
You know where to hit the scene.
布を裁断するときってさ入れてシャーってとてもいい音がする。私は名士の話だ。切れるものなんだよ。こいつはイカれている。はそんなに甘いものじゃ的にイメージできないものは魔法が巨大な竜を踏みこういう術式魔法使いなど該当がいかなる攻撃一目見ればわかる。それこそバカ限り。そのしがらみは自らの感覚に従っていながら感覚のまま人として成立している。
I don't think so.
息だ。さてゼンゼさん、綺麗な髪の毛だ
Creepy.
でしょう。もしかしたら
She knows the outcome is gonna be her
イメ
clone.
ージが湧かない。
gets defeated.
なんだよ。髪は切るもの。
Trip to the barber.
地獄だよ。切ったらいいのに。
大体分かったぜ。フリーレンがシュピーゲルを倒す。
Werewolf showed up too.
なら俺たちも3体片
それでは、あら、突破されたようです。この魔力、3級魔法使いですね。
結果だな。
魔法使い同士の戦い、ただし手数が無数に。
Well, she's definitely scissors.
いいぜ。複製体の足止め。ケツを振っている勝ち馬を逃す。
確実に足止めしなければならないのうちの1体、デンケンさんのあなた方は
Duncan and Burn.
複製体に関しては特に魔力を消すのが
She's gonna hug it to death.
出さないと奇襲で死者が出かねます。多彩なので足止めだけはと高速魔法が通じることは。
よし。じゃあ人の見間違いじゃないよね。
ダロ君、動けないでしょ。
Mm-mm.
私の
Even though it's defeated, no, that's not good. They could just come back.
これってもしかしてシュピーゲ消耗戦だ。
まったくだ。
Finally back in the room here.
今のフェルンじゃ気がしかないのにはならないね。な隙があれば勝てるのですが、なら隙を作ろう。そんなことができる。私が隙を見せれば、防御に集中すれば、致命。この場合の作戦は任せるよ。フェルンがそう言い切れるのですか。だって私はフェルンのことをな。
You do.
よかったです。
You get it?
まだ立っている。
Took its arm off. Scary for her, look.
攻撃され、
Staff got shattered.
魔力を全く感じない。認識できていない。リーレン様。
Alright, the height of magic. Almost forgot.
よくやってを見せるほど追い詰められ。
Oh. Although I'm here 80 years, I guess. But is that,
さっさと終わら
does
せよ
that timeline work for when they killed the Demon King? Alright.
終わりましたか。
She didn't have to take on the Fern Clan.
ビアベル、おんぶしてくれ。
まあ。
ここが霊落。
Looks like 10 people passed.
魔法使いに十分ヒットほどの偉業だ。
But there's still one more
二次試験合格と。
test, right? Stage.
それで一番の子。
Classic. I guess 12 passed.
終了とする。今日まで使えるのじゃ。
Ah, the golem sealing him.
誰なのお前。
Poor Richter and Lowry.
縄さ
ンメから教わった
こう見えて俺は今最悪。
ぜ。
人間の時代がやって。
Right, an era of humans will be the penultimate episode, it looks like. I guess that's going to be a reference to what we saw last time with Siri telling Frieren that human mages will take over eventually. So they're on to the third stage. Maybe this season will conclude with the exam here. If, you know, the third stage only takes 2 episodes. That would be a lot shorter than the first 2, but maybe that will be the case. Maybe it'll be something simple, relatively. I don't know. That stage 2 seemed pretty difficult, but they used teamwork to get it done. The ones who did pass, you know, again, what Richter, Lawin, we saw, had to break their bottles this time and they didn't pass, and other people, you know, from the past couple episodes were out. But most of the characters we know did succeed. Obviously, Frieren and Fern did the bulk of the work there, taking out the Frieren replica ultimately. So I'm not so trying to figure out exactly what their plan was. It was, you know, they kept cutting back to pre-going into the fight, what they were strategizing, and they said that Frieren said her, you know, weakness, that wasn't enough of a time gap to defeat her, meaning when she doesn't detect the mana, you know, after doing an attack or whatever it is. So she needed a longer gap for Fern to be able to get her. So that's the part I didn't completely understand. I guess Frieren was saying that she weakens herself, the clone will weaken, and then Fern can get her. So Fern did do the attack then, which didn't kill Frieren clone, but it weakened her enough for Frieren to get her. But yeah, the attack that the Frieren clone did, like, it didn't use mana or something. I don't, or like Frieren said she couldn't detect the magic or whatever, but it smashed her back. Like, just, it seemed to just happen like automatically. I guess maybe it didn't. I get, you know, Frieren said she had to use it 80 years ago, so this is something she's actively doing. But yeah, pretty crazy, and it did smash up Fern's staff. I guess she can fix that. So yeah, and Frieren mentioned 80 years ago. Does that timeline work out for? Was it when they're actually in their ultimate battle against with Himmel and everyone against the Demon King? Maybe that's the last time she had to use it. That would make sense. But yeah, it was interesting then seeing the flashback with Ubel, who are they implying because she's kind of like a psychotic, that she doesn't think like normal people, so she can do things magically they can't, that the normal human brain doesn't think of. You know, we had heard previously that she killed a proctor in a second class exam, and we knew she's calling herself they're saying she's third class, so she didn't pass that exam when she killed the proctor. You know, it makes sense. You usually can't pass an exam where you kill the teacher, but yeah, they said they put the rule in place, the killing rule, so the examinees wouldn't hurt each other with their offensive magic. They weren't worried about the proctor, and his like invincible coat thing, which wasn't invincible, and she scissored it up like through cloth, and then gave Sense the whole like the whole spiel on her abilities or whatever, or how she thinks, and like things can just be easy, people are overthinking it. So then Sense knew that she'd be the one to defeat her replica, which was the case. Too late for Richter and Lawin, but who got hair stabbed, but yeah. And then, you know, other people were matched up. You know, Duncan didn't ultimately have much to do, and we didn't see them fighting his clone even or anything, so yeah. But they all disappeared when Frieren's was killed and they got to the Spiegel or whatever. And yeah, I believe I was counting, I think 12 people passed, so that's quite an uptick from usually no one passing that dungeon exam that they said in the past. So yeah, a lot of people moving on to stage 3, and I'll be moving on to that next time as well. I believe the Era of Humans, penultimate episode of season 1 of Season of Frieren here. I'm excited for it, although I'm a little sad that the show's almost over now. I gotta see whenever season 2 might come out. I haven't seen anything, but yeah, gotta look into that after I finish the last 2 episodes of this one here. But until next time on Monday when I get to that, I'm gonna be up on out of here. Peace.
ああ、健闘を祈